I just want to say sorry in advance for the rambling and everything. This is actually the first time I've ever told this story in depth. So there's a lot of like saying the same thing over and over again, and then starting here and ending here, and then starting here and ending here on certain topics. But yeah, it's the first time I've ever told the story, and it actually was really therapeutic for me because for the past couple of days, I, for some reason, had it in my head that this kind of stuff cannot be reversed. And after telling people that it can be reversed, I subconsciously started to believe it, I guess. So very therapeutic. And yeah, sorry in advance for the rambling, but if you can bear with me through the whole thing, I don't know, you get the point. So enjoy the video. I'm gonna keep this short and sweet, I guess, because it's scary stuff. It's terrifying, even. I'm maybe 2 or 3 days in to my diagnosis. Things are getting a little less terrifying just based on my own research that I've been doing. I wasn't told much at my appointment the other day, so I'm kind of just here to figure this out for myself until I get to see the heart failure specialist in a couple of weeks. But I'll at least tell you what my specific diagnosis was. I went into my follow-up appointment to my cardiac MRI a couple of days ago, and right off the bat, they said I had mild left ventricle dysfunction, which doesn't hold a candle to my right ventricle dysfunction. So my left ventricle dropped down to like 50% ejection fraction, which isn't that bad, but my right ventricle ejection fraction dropped down to 37%, which a normal range is between 50 and 60, and mine dropped to 37% because of a globally decreased wall motion because of significant hypokinesis in my right anterior free wall. Bunch of big scary words, but my right ventricle is not functioning like properly at all, and my left ventricle is slowly decreasing, I guess, over time. Big scary words. Heart failure is obviously a terrifying word, especially because I have a baby due next week. So the same week the baby's coming, you get diagnosed with heart failure. But it was an APRN that sat me down and told me all of this stuff. Extremely unprofessional and just a sad experience because in the middle of her telling me that I'm in heart failure right now, she was like, I'm gonna try and just give you all of this because it's a really busy day and I have to go. So she kind of just spit out big words at me and then was like, I know you look stressed right now, but I have to go. And she literally got up and left. It was a very disheartening experience, but that's kind of where I'm at. Significant hypokinesis in my right anterior free wall, causing a global decrease in motion, causing a 37% right ventricle ejection fraction. That's basically all I was told. So that's where I'm at now. I've already done a lot of research. They say the best thing to do at the moment is to decrease salt. So I'm already on the DASH diet. I think I need at least 500 milligrams of sodium a day, but less than 1,500. So I'm kind of chilling at the 1,000 milligrams a day. And to be honest, I feel really good right now. I have my days. Some days I feel okay. I can get to work. I can go out and work on the cars. I can go fishing. I can, even go for a run and go to the gym. And then there's other days where I'm literally in the fetal position on the ground in my living room, and like it's just a very crazy situation that I've gotten in, and I'm not even sure how. I only have, like, my history is over the past 4 years I've had a pretty high burden of PVCs. I was having about 12,000 PVCs a day maybe 4 years ago, and the last Holter monitor I had, I was having less than 100 PVCs a day, but I was having 5,000 or more SVEs a day. Now I feel those all the time. That's kind of what got me going back to the cardiologist. Was I was saying, like, I feel dizzy all the time, and every time I check my pulse I'm having what I thought were PVCs still, just every other beat, constantly in bigeminy, constantly in trigeminy, just regular beat, PVC, regular beat, PVC. Little did I know that now they're SVEs, which if my only problem right now was just SVEs, not a huge deal, because SVEs are less life-threatening than a high burden of PVCs. Because up until this point, we all thought I had POTS. And I had a joke that was saying my premature ventricular contractions caused left ventricle hypertrophy, which caused postural orthostatic tachycardia, essentially. Like, just a bunch of big words as a joke, because I thought that I just had POTS. But my most recent visit, my last 2 recent visits, we kind of were like, you don't have POTS, you actually have heart failure. Sorry, gotta go, bye. So, if you know more about this stuff than I do, I would love to talk to you about it. Comment on it. I'll send you my MRI results, and we can go over this stuff together. Everything else looked pretty good. My arteries were good. It literally, as far as number wise, on my MRI chart, the only 2 things that were decreased were a small left ventricle ejection fraction and a big right ventricle ejection fraction. So that's kind of where I'm at, and I'm kind of just like blabbing on right now, kind of going in a circle, but I keep remembering more things as I talk, so I'm just trying to put those out there. Because of the PVCs and everything, over the last 4 years, I've been in the hospital, in the emergency room, like 50 times at least, like begging somebody to take it serious, but nobody would. They basically would take my blood, pop in an IV. They would say, you have anxiety. They would try and prescribe me Xanax. I would say, I promise this is not anxiety. I'm not going to take the Xanax. Something's wrong with my heart, and nobody would take me serious. I guess it really just took one cardiac MRI. But I mean, something definitely happened over the last 4 years, because when I went to my cardiologist 4 years ago and got an echocardiogram, my ejection fraction was good and like all of my motion was good, and now it's not. So something happened within the last 4 years. My APRN the other day really didn't go into depth on, she's an electrician as well. So electricians deal with the like left side of the heart, all of the, PVCs, SVEs, ectopics and everything. And then there's plumbers, which focuses more on your arteries and everything, getting out clogs and stuff like that. So she didn't really go into depth on if the PVCs and SVEs had anything to do with this at all. Another weird thing that she said was that, because on my diagnosis it said that they can't rule out possible ARVC, but she said, we just put that there for liability purposes. We really don't think you have ARVC. And I was like, okay, well, thanks. Here we are, because now I'm going down rabbit holes of ARVC and everything. But that's pretty much where I'm at. Just to close everything up, the impression of the MRI simply states suggestion of significant hypokinesis in the right anterior free wall, causing like a global decrease in motion. Right ejection fraction down to 37%, and then slight decrease in left ventricle ejection fraction. Basically, my heart is not pumping efficiently and things are going on not good. So that's where I'm at. I'm kind of feeling like inspired right now though to like be more of an advocate for this stuff and help other people be more of an advocate, just because of my like bad experience through this all, in and out of the hospital with nobody taking me serious, to ultimately end up with something very serious. I can't even like start looking at stuff like life expectancy on Google or anything like that. I'll just like enter a world of gloom and doom, because as of right now, I'm just gonna believe and trust that I can reverse this, and I can just I'll be on a DASH diet for the rest of my life. I don't care. I'll eat whitefish with no seasoning for the rest of my life if that means that I don't die. Like whatever it is, go for a mile walk 3 times a day and eat whitefish and chicken breast with no seasoning every day. I'm done. I'll do it. Easy. So I'm just kind of in a weird spot right now, but at least I just wanted to update you on the diagnosis I was given, and the next video will be after I go and talk to the heart failure specialist. I'm sure he'll be able to put a bigger label on this whole thing and what actually is going on and what are the appropriate next steps to take. Keep in mind, a couple months ago when they thought I had POTS, they were telling me to increase my salt intake. So I was drinking like 2 Gator Lights a day. I was eating everything salty in sight, especially before and after going on a run or to the gym. Just salt, to now be told like this actually could be caused by hypertension, pulmonary hypertension. So, and you need to significantly decrease your salt. So weird experiences. I'm unfortunately like getting more and more educated on this cardiovascular stuff every day, so I can have a pretty educated conversation with people about it, which is something I don't wish on anybody. You shouldn't know what these words stand for and what all of these numbers mean and everything, but unfortunately right now I do. So I just want to talk to more people about it and get in support groups and stuff, and just I don't know. I'm gonna keep you guys updated though as I figure all of this out. Stay tuned for the next episode. I'm sure it'll be shortly after March 13th. That is when I go see the heart failure specialist, who apparently specifically specializes in the right side of the heart, which is what I need. So I'll keep you updated. This was like a big circular rambling rant, but maybe it's what I needed, because I feel really good and optimistic right now. So yeah, I'll leave you there. As of right now, I feel good. I feel healthy. I walked up the stairs to get here, so I mean that should say a lot. I wasn't out of breath or anything. I guess quickly I could say that the symptoms that brought me here were honestly just dizziness and lightheadedness for years. That's what started 4 years ago. That's how I found out that I was having PVCs, and then it kind of went away after a while, and then my lightheadedness came back. Everybody telling me it's anxiety. It was not anxiety, clearly. So that's what brought me here, and that's where we're at now. I mean, to be honest, my only symptom right now other than random like really long pauses in my heartbeat due to like really stressed out PVCs or SVEs. It really is just lightheadedness, and kind of feels like disassociation, but that's all I really feel right now. So yeah, clearly I don't want to stop talking about this, which is why I keep finding things to talk about. But I'm gonna force myself to stop talking now, because I'm just gonna go have a chill day. I'm eating a lot of fruit, so I'm gonna go cut up a bunch of fruit and put it in a bowl and take the wife to the beach and eat fruit and act like this is not going on. See you in the next video. Peace.